G'day everybody. Alibart Jones. G'day everybody. Alibart Jones here. How you all doing? Welcome back to the show. Now our teams have a little bit of a conundrum, you see. Our teams have a little bit of a conundrum. We've got a bit of a drama calling ourselves the Jedi Council. Namely that we don't want to be sued into oblivion by LucasArts or George Lucas. Because of all the battles we want to fight, that's not one of them. But we really liked the word because it told you that there's something mystical going on. We're the good guys and we fight for justice and right in the world, universe, wherever we are. And so I want to put it out to you guys. Can you think of a name for our group that conveys that concept? Like a name for us that works, a name for us that's hopefully catchy and hopefully communicates a lot. I'm going to ask you to start putting that in the comments because, we brainstormed it, but we thought you guys would love to name us, wouldn't you? Would you love to tell us wouldn't you love for us to be named by you? That'd be really cool. We'd like it too. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what your imaginations come up with. Now, since this is since this is almost a magical news channel, I thought I would share some news. You see, our initial assessment of the clip-off seems to have been a little bit short of what we hoped. You see, there's a platform that allows good and evil to exist here, or the whole battle between good and evil. It's not really necessary because Earth was designed as a paradise world, and these guys have shown up and crashed the party and made a real nuisance of themselves. So our team has been working to remove that additional platform that allows that to be here. Now, we got through stage one and we might have patted ourselves on the back a little bit early. And we're completing stage two now. And one of our fans, the guy who was part of this video, Everything Astral Warfare, I know has been doing some prognostication work. And he seems to think that the Cabal is going to start losing cohesion come Monday the 8th, I think it is. And as it so turns out, that's when we are scheduled to complete this last section. We got one more mission to do, and that one more mission happens on Monday. So good news all around. Now, we spent the last 4 missions taking down sacred geometry. Now, sacred geometry, there's nothing sacred about it. It's actually Metatron who brings it here through Metatron's cube. And Metatron is here to maintain that platform where good and evil fight. And it's designed for evil to win, if you didn't notice. If you saw the great health crisis of 2020, that's evil's endgame. That's evil trying to close the book on everybody else. Turns out we didn't let them so far, and turns out they may never complete that task. Fingers crossed. Well, not just fingers crossed, we're working towards it. And as you may know, there are no straight lines in nature. Nature doesn't make straight lines. Even these tree trunks are rarely perfectly straight. And so when you see Metatron's cube and you see all of the straight lines, it doesn't make sense that a wiggly world is made of straight lines. And the more contact time we spend here, the more we come to realize this. Now, what we've been doing is we found on the astral planes a massive tetrahedron, which is the 4-sided shape, which is made out of it looked like it's made of iron, and it encases the whole Earth. And then the same for the cube and the octahedron, the dodecahedron, the icosahedron. And we completed taking all of those down. And each one of the first one took us like 4 hours, and the last 2.5 hour mission we cleaned up 2, because we know what we're doing, we know what moves to make and how to do it quickly. And so we've been spending a lot of time, a lot of time trying to take down the imprint of sacred geometry on the earth. And it seems like we're 3/4 successful. I feel that on Monday we're going to go through another milestone. This may not be the last milestone, but something, we're pushing Earth into a fresh state of being, closer to its original paradise design. And when we completed pulling down the 5th sacred geometry, we experienced what can only be described as Earth moving to a better spiritual neighborhood. All of it, we couldn't, like, all across the board, the frequency was lifting. It seems like distance was traveling, but it also felt like the Earth was traveling a distance. So that's everything that's going on there. We're hoping that the cabal loses cohesion and different groups within the cabal start fighting each other, which would just be magnificent. I am also seeing demonkind go through some involuntary contortions as we've been working on the clip off, or this platform that I'm talking about. Demonkind was first disappeared, then turned liquid, then seemed like it had its different body parts stapled together that weren't supposed to be. And it's going through a number of contortions. It's very, very strange, but it's happening across the board to the population of demons here on Earth. And although I haven't looked, I suspect their standing brothers, not the fallen angels, but the standing angels, are going through the same contortions. Because once you remove the clip off, once you take Metatron's cube with all its fanfare away, those guys can't exist here anymore. And they can take their war between good and evil, get the hell off our planet with it. So we're excited because progress is good, and I expect, well, I'm hoping that this will change the state of play on Earth, because, watching the war in Ukraine, the war in Israel, the US elections, and all of the other nonsense that's going on around here, like CBDCs, we could use a sea change, and this just might be it. Look, my love to you all. Subscribe to the channel. Bye for now.